Well, hey, good morning, everybody. Cleta the Cheetah here. And today I'm going to do a start to finish makeover with 25 products. And I'm going to try to do it as fast as I can. I'm not going to give myself a time limit because when I do, sometimes I miss it. So I'm going to start. I have a clean face. I've already started with the foaming cleanser. So I guess that would be 26. Now I'm going to go with the Pore Minimizer. I'm going to put that on. And the Pore Minimizer is a product that comes with the Mary Kay Microdermabrasion set. And it just makes your pores look smaller. So who doesn't want smaller looking pores, right? And so I use this whether I do the refine or not. I use the Pore Minimizer every single day, twice a day. I love it. So Pore Minimizer is the first product that I've got on. That's number one. Number two is going to be the Mary Kay Volu-Firm Lifting Serum. This is a must, especially if you're over the age of 50. So you're going to smooth it on under here. That's the area that sometimes starts to go down. Smooth it over here. Smooth it over here. And smooth it up here. And I'm just about out, so I'm glad I sell Mary Kay so I can get another one. The next one I'm going to use is called the Timewise Repair Volu-Firm Deep Wrinkle Filler. So this just take a little dot of it, and any places that you have a little line creeping up, you can just kind of pat it in there. It has retinol in there, so it's going to help. It's going to help short term, but it also helps long term. So I just dab it in any place that I see one of those beautiful little wrinkles popping up. And it doesn't take much. If you overdo it, it's going to cake up. So just like a little dot, and you just pat it on. So those are the main areas that I do every day, twice a day. Okay? All right. So now we're up to I shouldn't start counting. But the next product is the Timewise Repair Day Cream. So I'm going to take a little bit of it. Smooth it on. And I'm going to try not to make the faces I do when I put my makeup on. I know we all do it, right? You don't notice it until you do a video of yourself doing your makeup, right? And I tell you guys, you always want to do your throat as well. I know I've got some sun damage on my throat from years past, probably laying out and falling asleep in the sun. So you always want to put some this has sunscreen SPF 30 in it. So it's going to help you block those UVA and UVB rays. Timewise Day Cream. Okay, the next one is going to be my Timewise Repair Volu-Firm Eye Renewal Cream. So you're going to just put a little bit out. I like to put it like that, then turn it on the back of this, and you smooth it in. Sometimes I use the puffiness reducer in the mornings as well. Today, because I'm doing the video, I didn't want to sit there and wait for it, because you need to wait probably like 3 minutes before you do anything else and really keep your face kind of still. And I know y'all like to look at me, but you might not like that much, right? So I love this eye cream. It's in the repair line, and it just does the job. Okay, the next product that I like to use is the Mary Kay Timewise Lip Primer. And I've never smoked, but I do drink with a straw. So sometimes that causes little lines around your mouth, okay? So I use a lip primer, and I might use that again in a minute. Then I'm going to use the Mary Kay Foundation Primer. And I just smooth it all over. The foundation primer just helps your makeup stay on all day. It gives you just a really smooth surface to put your makeup on. It just feels like silk. This is one of my best sellers. I honestly cannot keep it in stock because my customers, You know something's good is when they keep reordering it over and over again. So that is the foundation primer. If you're not using a primer under your foundation and you find it's just fading during the day, that's probably why, okay? Okay, so next thing I'm gonna use is the Mary Kay eye primer. I like primers, I'm gonna use all of them. The eye primer helps your eyeshadow stay on. It also, you don't have to use as much when you use eye primer. So I just put a little bit on top of it, on top of my lid like this. And you'll just see the colors kind of pop a little bit better when you do that. Okay. Next, today I'm going to use the Mary Kay Matte 3D Foundation in Beige 200. And I'm just going to put a little bit on the back of my hand. And I'm going to use our foundation brush, our liquid foundation brush, to put it on. But I just dab it on. And I don't want to get too much product underneath my eyes. I'm going to use concealer. But what I have found for me is this, if I use too much product, then sometimes it makes those fine lines underneath your eyes show up more. So, you know, it's kind of like less is best. The least amount that you can use to do the job. This matte wear foundation, it stays on all day. I mean, like, you could go outside in the heat and it's not gonna melt off. It really isn't. It's just gonna, you're just, like at night before you go to bed, it's still gonna be exactly like you put it on. Especially if you use the primer. And you know, even skin tone is, they had a little survey and they showed a lady that had a lot of wrinkles, okay? A lot of wrinkles. And then they showed a lady that didn't have as much wrinkles, but she had a lot of uneven skin tone, sun damage, freckles, age spots, things like that. And they did a little survey to see who people thought who was older. And the one with all the age spots actually looked older than the one with the wrinkles. So, why do I say that? 2 reasons. 1, sunscreen is important every day, like I said before. And 2, foundation is important to look your best. Okay, I didn't even use all of that foundation. I never do. I always put a little bit too much on there. Okay, the next thing that we're going to do is the under eye corrector concealer. And I'm just gonna dot it on there like that. And I'm gonna use my cream concealer brush to smooth that on. And it's soft, and yet the bristles are a little bit thicker. So it feels more like it would feel if it was your fingertip. I love this brush, and you can use it for a lot of different things. You can use it for cream like cream blush and things like that too. But you don't want to pull and tug underneath your eye. And I'm guilty of it. My eyes, I grew up and wore contacts for, I don't even know how many years, 20, 30 years before I had LASIK eye surgery. And you know, you're constantly pulling on your eyes, getting your contacts. I mean, like, it's a problem, right? So I haven't been as gentle around the eye area as I should. Okay, then I like to take, this is the Mary Kay Deep Ivory, and I take a little bit of it and I just put it right through here because those little wrinkles tend to look a little, you know, wherever there's a fold, it tends to look a little darker. So that's what I do with there, and I usually put just a little bit up here. And I'm just gonna blend that with the same concealer brush. Just like that. That way it kind of hides the wrinkles. And up here it gives you kind of a little bit of a highlight and a lift, okay? Okay. Next, I am going to use a little bit of this Mary Kay cream blush, and it's in Dewy Peach. So I'm just gonna take a little bit. Actually, I'm gonna do it with my cream. I'm gonna put some on the back of my hand. I don't wanna use too much, which is what I just put on my hand is way too much. So I got a little bit on the back of my hand. You can do it with your fingertip. And so I'm just gonna take and just kind of put it on here like this. And then I'm just gonna pat it in because I'm gonna use a little bit of regular blush with it. You wouldn't have to, but this is pretty sheer and it just blends really nice. So you wanna do this if you wear powder, you wanna definitely do this before you put your powder on. You could also use this on your lips and your eyes, but I'm gonna do something else today. So, wipe the excess of that off. Okay, next what I'm going to do is, that takes a minute, well, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and do my cheek color. So I'm gonna use this color right here. It's called Hot Coral. And this dress has coral and kind of aqua in it. So I thought that would be pretty with that. So I just kind of start in the back like this and just do it in a circular motion. And then I hit the apples of my cheeks as well. And sometimes I put it on a little bit more than I think I need because I'm gonna use a little bit of that translucent powder. The next I'm gonna use this highlighter in Glazed. And I'm just gonna put it on the edge of this cheek color brush, just right up here. And a little bit right up here, okay? Then I'm gonna use the this contour in Latte, and I'm gonna put it around the edges of my face. Obviously, I have a very high forehead, so I do wear bangs. So if you didn't recognize who I am, it looks a lot different. And I usually just put a little bit around here and just under my chin, just to give that a little bit of contour. All right, then I'm gonna use my translucent powder with my all over powder brush. And I'm just kind of tapping it in, especially right here through the center. I also really like the silky setting powder. And sometimes I use that instead of or in addition to. Okay. Next, I'm going to work on my eyebrows. And this takes a minute, you know, so we're at 13 minutes. So I got to really hustle to get the eyes done and my lips. But I'm not, here's the thing, if you get in a hurry with your eyebrows, you will jack them up. So you got to take a second to do it, but it doesn't take that long. So I'm using the Brunette Precision Brow Liner. And I'm just gonna kind of fill in what I've already got. And it's just really according to how your eyebrows are. If you have very sparse, you may wanna also use the Mary Kay Brow Tint, which has some fibers in it that makes your brows look a little bit thicker too. And I do use that sometimes. Look at the difference. One of my eyebrows is darker than the other anyway. So, for whatever reason. And this one tends to droop a little bit, so I usually try to do the eyebrow on this side, more on the outside of my regular lashes than the inside. Okay. All right, the next thing I'm gonna do is let me get one of my brushes. With the all over eyeshadow brush, I'm gonna take a little bit of this is Biscotti, and I'm gonna put it right here under my brow, just to start off. Just like that. And then I'm gonna take a little bit of this Moonstone and put it in the corners. I tend to get, my eyes are deep set, and I tend to get dark right through here. And that makes you look tired. So it's nice to put just a little bit of a lighter color, even with a little shimmer is good, right in the corners. Okay, then I'm gonna actually take this hot coral. This is the cheek color that we used. I'm gonna take it, and look at that. I'm putting it on my lid. You can use the cheek colors as eyeshadow. This is crazy, right? You're like, whoa. I'm gonna blend it, you're gonna love it. So I'm just putting it right on my lid, like that. Then I'm gonna use the, I'm gonna use some of the Hazelnut. Just ignore that ringing in the background, right? And I'm gonna put the Hazelnut in the crease. Just like this. And then I always take my all over powder brush, because sometimes you don't have a lot of fallout with our Chroma Fusion, but if you just lightly brush it, you can just brush it right off. And then what I like to do is take the Mary Kay eye blending brush, and I'm just gonna blend it. Okay, then I'm going to use, this is the Mary Kay MK Steely as a liner. This dress has a little bit of blue in it too, and so I thought this would kind of bring out a little bit of the blue in the look. And my husband is fixing to come in, so he may mess up my video. I'm doing a video. Your phone's right there. I'm almost done. I'm doing a makeover tutorial. And so your phone has been ringing. All right. And then one of the last steps I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use this curler and curl my lashes just for a second. And this is, you can get these from Mary Kay as well. Now I'm gonna use a little bit of lash primer. Mainly just going to use it on the top. And today I'm going to use the Mary Kay Lash Love mascara. I like all of our mascaras, but I really like the wand on this one because it's wire. They're really short, and really you can get every single lash. So you may wear false eyelashes, and that's awesome. I just stick with mascara. So I'm gonna get that on, and you know, I use usually about 3 coats. my eyes are really relatively small, so it helps them stand out to have a little bit of extra mascara. And I don't worry if I get a little bit underneath because I'm going to clean that up. Okay. Now I'm going to take a Q-tip and, well, I'm going to dampen it just a tad and just go underneath. And then I'm going to take the edge of the eyebrow brush. It has a little short angled, a little short angled brush right there. And I'm just going to do, this is Espresso. I'm just going to take a little bit of this and kind of just set that liner a little bit. It also covers up any mascara blunders, right? I'm gonna do the top too. Just put a little bit, kind of right above that Steely. And if you want to, you can take your brush and just go straight from your bottom lashes up a little bit like that. Then I'm gonna take my trusty dusty Q-tip, clean up anything. And then what I like to do is just take my cream concealer. Whoa, I forgot I had the cheek color on there. Whoops. That's okay, I can fix it. That's the great thing about doing stuff live is you're gonna have stuff that happens. So I'm just gonna put a little bit of this concealer, no problem. No problem, we'll fix it. And sometimes I don't do my foundation until I get done with my eyes, but today I did it in a different way. Might as well put some on the other too, right? Okay. And I'm going to use the Mary Kay. This is the Rose lip liner. And I'm not doing it very dark because I'm using this Coral Confetti, the nude lipsticks. And I didn't want it very dark. Then you're going to try to fix the hair as good as you can, right? To show your finished look. So this is the finished look and I'm ready for the day. All right, I hope you enjoyed it. I'll try to list some of the colors in the description. Bye everybody.